What is up? What is up, Chubbs? What is happening, my name?
What a time.
It is your girl, your favorite Chubb here. So, there we go. So, your girl is about to update y'all on her weight loss because it's been about a few weeks since I had updated y'all on my weight loss, and I wanted to talk about a little, I wouldn't say soliloquy, but talk about my feelings on being fat positive. I talked about it a year, maybe two years ago, but it was just me, talking. But I want to talk about my feelings about it and everything else. So we're gonna get into it. First off, let's get into my weight loss. So next week I will be 4 months post-op from my gastric sleeve. I got it done in May. And so far, I'm not having any complications. Besides, I did have some waves of nausea, and that's about it. I haven't had no abdomen pain, nothing that's been aggravating my stomach, and my incisions on my stomach are healing very well. They still look good, and everything else. Only thing is that my potassium is still on the low side, so I have to get some blood work done. And if it doesn't come up, they said I will have to be admitted to have a potassium drip, which I do not want. So I'm still trying to take the potassium powder, which I don't like, and I'm trying to still put in more potassium enriched foods. And so far, I'm still doing okay. I'm still working out. I'm walking around the park and everything else still. But I am debating on going back to the gym because I miss my lifting. I miss the weight training. I miss all of that. My little apartment is not big enough to buy my own elliptical, so I'd rather just go rent one from the gym and go by my business, and then I still have my little space in my little apartment. But that's the main thing that I'm missing is going to the gym, working out, doing different stations, and the option if I want to go to a class, I can go to a class and do a class here and there. That's what I miss. I had this gym in Illinois called Export. I dropped that as soon as the pandemic hit because I couldn't use the steam room. They weren't doing the steam room. Okay, so that made me very sad at this time. And then I dropped in, then I went to Planet Fitness. And then it was when they had like a capacity limit. I was waiting to go to the gym for like 45 minutes. And I'm just like, I'm not about to wait in my car to go to the gym. And I did go to another gym, but that's not the reason why I want to join that one because it's close to my house. I don't want to go and drive somewhere else to go to another gym. But I just said, forget it, I'm just going to scratch all of it. I just work out at home, and then when I feel like I want to go back to the gym, I'll go back to the gym. And I'm at that point where I need to gym. I'm getting a little bored with my workouts. So I'm debating which gym I'm going to join. And if I join, that'll be the gym I'm going to go to. So I'm debating on that. So now weighing. So I did go and weigh myself. I weighed at the office when I had my office visit, but the girl, she got majority of me and not the scale because she's like, oh, I'm recording for you, okay? And I'm like, all right, cool, girl. She didn't even get the scale part. Okay, so this is my weigh-in when I weigh myself. I weighed myself this morning, so this is what it was. So your girl is officially 34 pounds because I was 301, so now I'm 265. So I lost, and then my surgeon, my bariatrician, happy. My dietitian, they are all happy with my weight loss. I'm not losing it too fast, but I'm losing. And I cried when I saw that number because I haven't been 260 something in 10 years. I be 275 and I go right back up. I have not been no lower than 275. And just me going past that marker is very emotional because it, like I said, I've been having weight issues since my late teens, early 20s, 30s. I'm 40 now. Okay, I've been having them issues for far too long. So that made me very happy. And then, of course, you know, they tell you the last person to know, see your weight loss and everything. I did take a picture side by side from the picture of the outfit that I wore, the pajamas I wore when I went to the hospital for surgery, and I took a picture of that of me in it last week. So I did a side by side, and you know I got a little emotional too. I see the difference, I feel the difference, and I'm happy with my decision. So I have no regrets here. I am perfectly fine. Some people ask me like, do I miss certain things and everything else, especially friends. Like, do you miss having a drink? Girl, I have my drinks, okay, but it's just certain drinks I do not have anymore. I don't have beer, I don't have sweet wines, I don't have none of that. I cut a lot of stuff out of my life, and I don't miss that stuff because I still drink. I just have to be cautious of what I drink, okay? So.
Well, I guess I'll have to stick with wine.
So, with my progress, I'm doing very well. I'm very happy and everything. So, but I wanted to touch into this how I feel about this certain thing. I won't say subject, but it's been floating around about fat positivity. Now, I done had a few people tell me that I cannot lose weight. I do not want to lose weight and be all depressed and everything else and all that stuff. And if you don't love yourself now, you ain't gonna love yourself then, which is very untrue. Okay, well, it's like a lot of women that's overweight in the world that feel that they have to be very defensive when they talk about their bodies, and I get it. I'm not wiping any type of feeling or emotion that is tied to your body and everything else. I'm going to talk about myself, how I feel about my body. My body at 301, and I love my body, period, point blank, period. But I can also love the body I was and still change the person that I am. A lot of, you know, in this fat positive, body positive community, they feel that if you lose weight, you never loved your fat self. I can love myself and not like what I see. I can love myself all day. That's the difference. You can't tie your fat into the love of yourself. And that's where a lot of people come in, talking about, well, she didn't love herself anyway because she was fat. She didn't, now she all skinny and everything else. No, she loved herself. She just didn't like what she saw. You can always love the body that you have. That's why you have the body. You have to cherish it. It doesn't matter fat or skinny. You have to love yourself, period. You can love yourself and not like something about you that you want to change. Like with me, I love myself day in, day out. I have no problems with me. Okay, I love me. I didn't like where I was going as in weight wise. I love my little fatness and everything else. But I can also deflate and still love my fatness for myself, because sometimes you have to do a change that you feel that is necessary for you. And that was necessary for me. And I started to get problems with my knees. I started to get joint problems in my hips and everything else. Because why? My body, I can't speak for nobody else, was like, I can't do this no more. We have to fix it. I didn't like the way I felt having all that weight on me. That's the difference. I had all these issues that started to happen. And I'm not no spring chicken. I'm 40 girl. So I will have to make this change and make it right now. And I don't want to be in the end of the line trying to make these changes, and it's too late. I only get one body, so I have to, cherish the one I have. If I didn't have these problems when I was fat, I don't know if I would change. I was still trying to change then, but I had issues for the change not to happen. Now the changes are happening. I'm happy with my changes, but I will always love myself, no matter what size I am, because I only got the one life that I'm living right now, and I love me. I'm always gonna love me. I love me when I'm big. I'm gonna love me when I'm smaller. It's just the love gets blinded by the physical appearance and everything else. Is that you love yourself, no matter what, big or small. But sometimes your body has to tell you it's time to change. And the hurt and pain I was having, that was my sister telling me it's time to change. You ain't young, girl. You can't do all this. You can't do all that. It's time to change. And that was my sister, so I had to change. So with all, the world, this community talking about F this and F that and all that stuff, and don't do unhealthy diets and everything else, but in the same sentence, you're eating this and it's not healthy for you, but you talk about, flash diets and everything else, which I hold against about all that. I hold against all that fad diets and stuff like that, because that stuff is temporary. And then it won't hold you to any standard that you have for yourself weight-wise or whatever. You're trying to gain weight, lose weight, build muscle, whatever. Fad diets just don't work, because eventually you have to go back to the reality of life. And that fat diet may not fit in. So, as far as the fat positive movement, I'm all fat positive for myself because I love myself. But I love myself enough to change when my body's telling me it's time to change. So if you love yourself being big and beautiful and everything else, I encourage that. If you love yourself slimming down or being small and everything, I encourage that. But as far as going off on people, if they have an opinion or saying about themselves that I want to change, don't go down their throat and saying that, oh, you never loved yourself anyway because you're losing weight. Like, I'm losing weight for me. I don't give a fuck about what you do. Okay? You can I can bake you some shut the fuck up cakes. Okay? That's what she says right there. I can bake some shut the fuck up cakes. Okay? I can bake that all for you all day because I'm talking about me, not you. You talk about you and not me. So if you like the way you are, I encourage that. But for me, I love me, but I didn't like the way I was acting. So I'm going to continue to make this change in my life, and I'm doing realistic roads that's going to work for me, because I can't do fat diet. Obviously, it did not work because I still was fat. Nothing was coming off. I get to a certain amount, and then I'm done. Like, my body's like, oh, we don't need to lose more weight. So, but I didn't take that as in, oh, well, they just don't work for me. I'm just going to stay fat forever. I had to take the next step. I gave myself 4 years, and if the weight didn't come off, I was going on to the next step, which was surgery. That's what I did. And I'm past the point of when I lose weight that I plateau. I passed that. And I'm happy that I did that for myself. So I'm all about all bodies of loving yourself, period. But if you're not happy, your body or your mind give you a signal to change it, it's okay to do it because you're doing it for yourself and nobody else. Okay? So that's all Mama had to say. Well, not Mama, Auntie. Your TT had to say. Okay? So this evening I'm just gonna chill out. I was supposed to go to the party, which I did, but I ended up leaving early. But that's okay. So I'm in the house chilling, watching TV, and I'm gonna enjoy my Saturday night, and I hope everybody else do too. So that'll be the end of this video, and that's it. Have a good weekend, and I don't have to tell you what you do. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the screen, and have a good night. And you know what I say? Stay true, stay you. I don't care if you better.